Hey guys, welcome to group chat. We're here to zuck you today.
Everyone's getting zucked today.
Everyone's getting zucked. We're talking about Joe Rogan Zuck on Joe Rogan. Talk of the town. D's the only one who hasn't listened.
Me and Drama are like completely.
Me and Anand bought
You're
in.
red-pilled.
Yeah, we're red pilled.
Yeah, we're in.
You listen to just a right-wing podcast with your right-wing
we're
followers.
metaverse. We're all metaverse.
Yeah.
Web 3. What are you talking about? Web 2.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. Do you even do jujitsu? Do you roll, bro, or no? Okay. We got a hot episode. We got a lot to talk about, a lot of news. We're talking about Disney, everyone's favorite. We talk about that all the time. Everyone's favorite amusement park. There's interesting news going on at Disney. Things are changing subtly, but they're changing, and we should talk about it. We have a little NFT topic. We got to check in on NFT world. And then we're going to talk about breakfast. We're going to talk about if people are eating it, how they're eating it.
What they're eating.
Why are you eating breakfast?
What they're eating. We learned that Anand is intermittent fasting.
I've had 2 meals before Anand's had one.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
So we're going to learn a lot about breakfast and the business of breakfast today. And then we have a lot of other topics. And also, one of America's sweethearts is being canceled.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh's right. There were some questionable hats at a party. And if you know one thing about the last...
now, you're canceled.
You know one thing about the last 6 years, hats can get you in a lot of trouble. So we're going to talk about that and many more. Let's get zucked.
Cash.
Ladies and gentlemen, group chat.
Cash.
It's $1 trillion. Hot.
Hey guys.
Wow, we have drama in the studio.
I mean, I've never been received so well in a room in my life. I didn't quite confirm I was coming. And when I walked around the corner into this room, number one, we got a big group.
Yeah.
So we got a full staff.
Yeah.
And when I walked around the corner, man, I felt like, I don't even know what. I felt like maybe a family reunion.
Yeah, I know. Well, we haven't seen you in a while.
Here I am.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I mean, I heard the listeners.
Yeah.
And D had to move his seat.
I moved my seat.
I noticed you took over my seat while I was gone.
Yeah.
You like it here,
I got very comfortable.
Okay. Well, the listeners spoke, and even my mom is very adamant about it.
Yeah.
And I agree. It's a better episode when I'm here. So I'm going to do my best to make it on Sundays.
Okay.
I moved my golfing.
I mean, it's
who's
night.
golfing at 8 p.m.?
The problem is it's so fucking hot that you either have to go really early or really late.
Okay, but...
And me, I mean, even though I'm not as late as I used to be, you give me an option on a Sunday, I'm waking up late.
The daylight savings, this is the last year, by the way, as long as the House passes it. The Senate passed it.
I'll believe it when I see it.
If the House does not pass it, I will never vote for another Democrat again.
That'll put you over the edge.
That's it. I'm done. Done with the entire party.
You want the time to always stay late?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So after everything the last 6 years, this is what'll put you over the edge.
This is it.
Yeah.
This is it.
It's already starting to get dark earlier.
What?
It's already starting to get
dark.
dark.
Yeah, I know naturally it will, but
no, I just mean it's already coming. It's already a little depressing.
Yeah.
And then
you
when that clock
it.
change hits, it's going to be like a smack in the face.
I saw it because I Googled it today because we were talking about Halloween with the kids, whatever. And it's on November 6th this year after Halloween, which is better.
Okay. Was it before Halloween last year?
It's usually in and around.
Got it.
And then I Googled, when is it changing? So the Senate passed it. I didn't read that the House has passed it or not. But let me tell you, if the Democrats want a shot at the midterms the week before, 2 hours. We'll give you 2 hours more.
Forget weed.
Yeah.
You don't even federally legalize weed. Just give us our 2 hours.
I mean, you give us time in the daylight. What's more important than that?
I just don't. It's so depressing. But whatever. Next week is going to be 100 degrees. We're still...
Oh, I mean, the problem with us is the weather. The weather has no impact on when. It just doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But it's more of just the time, which obviously we do care about.
Yeah.
2 things. One, I pulled the trigger and posted New York meetup Tuesday. So now you have to come.
Okay. Did you put me in it?
I didn't tag you
Okay.
because I didn't
Wow.
know.
I'm 50-50, listeners.
You're 50-50.
Yeah.
So 6 p.m. West Village, Spaniard.
How'd you pick the spot?
That's where we were last time.
Okay.
Someone suggested it and we just went, and I made a reservation there for like 8 people. And then I got there and I was like, oh, it's early. Apparently it's like a later night spot.
Yeah.
And I go, I think I'm gonna have a little bit more people. They're like, oh, I don't know. I'm like, maybe
40.
50.
Yeah.
And they're like,
Hopefully you have 200.
yeah. I mean, 200 might be excessive, but
There's got to be a venue for us there.
yeah, I mean, our friend Vinay was trying to hook us up with someone, but like, I didn't want to like, I just don't, we have to, I don't want to impose. I want to make
And
sure.
we actually don't know, right? Who's
Yeah.
going to show up?
Yeah, you don't know. It's just, it's a crapshoot.
Okay.
But 6 p.m., so hopefully you'll be there.
Okay, let's see what type of poll we have in New York.
Yeah. It's great. Last time was great. And I kept it kind of like vague.
Because
So
I feel
you're
like we
going to
should
be there and you're trying to get drama to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm sort of swayed by outside forces, but those forces are looking pretty likely.
Well, don't take like a 1 p.m. flight because then we'll miss you.
I won't. If I come, I won't do that. If I come, I'll be there by that time.
Okay.
But I feel like we need to plan,
A proper.
if the turnout's good
Yeah.
and we feel like we have the poll, we need to plan like we did at the Victorian.
Yeah.
Because that would be, not only would it be really fun, but I think it would, we could meet those people too.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's aim for an October New York kind of setup.
October's
Right?
fine. Yeah. Or
What is
weather's
it
better.
now? It's August.
Right before it gets freezing cold.
I have to go at the end of September, and I'll probably go for like 2 weeks.
Wow. So
Whoa.
that'll go into
End of
October?
September into October?
Yeah. So why don't we just plan it around that?
Yeah,
Okay.
first week of October. Let's do it.
Pick a date. Throw out the date. Throw out the weeks.
I can make it there.
I think probably first week of September.
You mean October?
October.
First week of October. That's right.
Okay.
Yep.
Interesting.
Still got the hours in the day.
Yep.
October and early October, New York is beautiful.
Perfect time
Beautiful.
Let's
All
go. Okay. Big episode on the number 2 podcast in the world.
Number 2.
Joe Rogan. You guys may have heard of him.
Yep.
We'll give him a plug.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
could
He
use
needs,
the-
he needs some
Exclusively on Spotify. I don't
Yeah.
know, 12 days a week.
He could use the bump. Yeah, it's literally 12 days a week. Zuck. He got the Zuck.
Did you listen?
I did.
Yeah,
I just
me-
downloaded it. I'm going to
Me
listen
and
to it on the
Drama
flight.
both listened, and
We have a good take.
and
and we
we've
agree.
been talking about it all weekend.
Yep.
What's
so
the
we've
We've
been
been
take?
texting nonstop all
How
weekend.
long is the interview?
3 hours.
3
Oh,
hours.
God.
He got him for 3 hours.
There's a new Kevin Hart movie out this week. I
started that. I started that.
Me time?
Yeah. I
With
think
Mark
you'll love
Wahlberg.
it.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
you
With
will
Mark
love it.
Wahlberg.
I'm
Wahlberg,
literally so
Yep.
funny story. My flight is at midnight tonight. It's 7:45 right now. I'm not going to go back home. My kids are asleep. I don't need to make noise. I'm just going to either sit here and watch it or go to the airport and watch it.
I think you're in heaven.
Yeah.
Because it is like, I watched like the first half hour and like it's good for that, like for what it is.
Yeah.
And I love like Central Intelligence and like, The Rock and Kevin Hart. You're going to love it. Anyway, okay, back on track. So the number 2 podcast in the world, check it out. It's pretty good if you haven't heard of it. He got the Zuck. It's 3 hours. It's worth listening to. You're going to love it. You're going to like it.
Yeah.
Anand and I have the same take.
Which is?
Well, yeah, let's get to the take. The take is Zuckerberg, it is the best thing that Zuck could have possibly done. Joe Rogan hooked him up.
Yes.
I don't think intentionally.
Yeah.
I don't think, I do
Did he
believe.
feel relatable? Not an
Yes.
alien?
For the first
Oh
time.
God, this guy is
For the
too
first
good.
time.
He's so good.
I've always, just me, I'll speak for myself. I've always felt like, yeah, Zuck's a genius, whatever, but like,
He's alien.
he's an alien. I honestly feel like he runs the biggest social network company in the world. He doesn't know anything about actually connecting with human beings. He's a fucking alien. What does he do all day? He's probably just he's just completely detached and unrelatable.
Yeah.
After watching that episode, I'm like, not a bad guy.
Yeah, so,
he
you know,
has hobbies. He's,
Real time. I was out for the weekend. I was at a wedding, so I had like some kind of downtime to listen to the pod, and I was texting Drama real time while I was listening. I was like, "This dude is too good. He's too smart. He's too good.
Yeah.
He flips everything to Joe Rogan." And then
Asked Joe Rogan multiple times, like, well, I'm just curious, what would you do in my situation?
Wow, that's good.
And yeah, Joe Rogan would push him, and then he'd be like, "What would you do?"
Yeah, so humbly, and Joe would be like, well, "Fuck, I don't know."
Yeah, exactly.
Bam, you won.
So my hot take, which I texted Drama, was he showed up to the interview and he said he was training MMA for the last 12 months.
Oh
And
my God.
He was like,
This
He
is
said, I'm training with Roger and blah, blah, blah. He's like, oh, I know Roger.
Exactly.
Of course he does.
Olympic gorilla, fucking MMA.
This guy's a year ago decided I'm going on Joe Rogan. I'm going to go.
That's
That's
my
the
take.
take. Yeah.
That's my hot take. My hot take was Zuck knew a year ago he
Yeah.
needed to like repair his image.
Yep.
And he was like, all right, let me do MMA. And he did it for 12 months. So he was able to like at
Talk
least
about arm bars and stuff.
arm bars, drilling. I didn't know what drilling is.
No.
But he's like, how much do you drill? He goes, yeah, we drill, we do this, we do that.
Yeah.
But
And
that just made him
It
like
disarmed,
a hero.
No, it disarmed Rogan.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Yeah, it did.
Zuck is
He
so
is an alien. He's a robot. He knows. Robots have
He
already
knows.
everything
and like
registered.
as much
I'm
as
talking to an MMA person. I gotta
Talking
go.
MMA,
12
say
months
drilling,
MMA.
say drilling.
Yeah. He probably didn't even do it. He just knew everything about MMA the night before he sat and read before a test.
Yeah.
And he was like, boom, I know how to beat
I mean,
this
the
guy.
moment Zuck talked about MMA, what was it? Another 45 minutes about MMA?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And he said, I don't really watch TV. I only watch things that like I'm interested in. You know, I watch UFC because I participate in the sport.
And who's Rogan? He's the fucking commentator of the
Yes.
UFC.
Yes.
And so
Crush it. I mean, going from like, think about it, like Kara Swisher, Sweatgate or whatever. Congress, Joe made fun of him for Congress. He's like, you know, I like you, man, but I don't like the way you drink water.
yeah.
But that was at the very, very end.
Yes. But he's like, come on, let me see you drink some water. And then he takes it. He's like, come on, you know, when you're testifying in front of Congress, that's not exactly the most comfortable situation. He just nailed it.
Yeah.
No,
He
it was.
downloaded the fucking human software.
And
I
just
mean, do you
crushed
really
it.
think Zuck's gonna not defeat Rogan? He defeated him.
I know, but he didn't defeat the Senate, which was shocking. That one he should have been way better prepared for.
Yeah.
But what's more important? Because Senate doesn't even care about fucking TikTok.
Yeah, but it does for his
Yeah.
personal. Look,
Like,
the problem
wouldn't you have appreciated if Rogan pushed him on TikTok? Why didn't he bring that up?
I would appreciate it. There was 10
maybe
issues.
he doesn't know the impact of it.
No, Rogan
does. He
talks about it
yeah.
on every episode.
Okay.
How TikTok is
They might have said you
Maybe they
can't.
said you cannot
They might have
mention
said you
it.
can't. Because it feels weird to
You
me
think
that
to
Rogan...
get Mark Zuckerberg, there aren't rules? He's one of the richest men in the world.
I mean,
Yeah,
but that's
yeah,
the
yeah,
point
yeah.
of Rogan. He has the most he has the most irrelevant people in the world.
I bet you he's like,
on this
look, man, I
podcast.
run a fucking... like, this will affect our stock price. Just don't bring it up.
Yeah. You know how many lawyers are probably sitting in that studio?
I mean,
With that
can you
guy,
imagine
Jamie,
the
the
security?
fucking
shit with a
Can you
gun
imagine
to
the
Jamie's
security
head.
around Austin? The security must have been nuts.
Especially with those two guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Joe Rogan might be like most like on the most high up on the list of like assassination
What?
We talked
risk.
about this. Me
He
and
just
Drama
has
talked about
too
it.
much.
Yeah.
Even
has-
he interviewed
too
Aaron
much
Rodgers
influence.
also, and it
About
was
the
on right
vaccine,
after that. And like, you know, he's telling about like how the NFL treated COVID and how big pharmacy companies and blah 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 blah. And it's just like I just feel like people are like, man, this guy's too big and we can't control him.
To be fair,
Can you like Rogan's like hit list was Zuck, Berenson, who was banned from Twitter,
Yeah.
and Aaron Rodgers.
And sued Twitter to get back on.
and that's in a week.
There's
Yes.
there's 2 days.
Yeah.
Literally 2 days.
Yeah.
2 days.
And here's the one challenge Joe Rogan in my mind has is that there's a group of people that won't even like ever listen or watch anything he says, which is kind of stupid.
But he still has more than
No,
anyone
yeah,
else.
he's definitely the most influential media person, 100x.
Yeah.
Right. Like
Maybe
there's-
ever.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
I mean, I would say the equivalent to what like a Walter Cronkite was.
Yeah, the 80s. There's
Oh,
only
even
3
way before, I'm
channels.
talking 60s when the
No,
one
so
person,
There was only like 3 channels,
Yeah.
and that's
whoever spoke to you spoke
Right.
to the world.
But do
But
people
those people
like
never
him the
give
way they like?
opinions. Those people never give opinions.
But the point is, he's actually more powerful because people are searching for him.
Yeah.
You
And
didn't
people
have a
like
choice.
him. I don't think people are walking around dressing like Walter Cronkite or eating fucking elk meat because they heard that's what Walter eats.
Yeah.
I think Rogan, the likability or the
Yeah.
fact that people like trust him so deeply,
Yeah.
that's what feels dangerous if you want him to shut up.
Yeah, look, I mean, I think he's great. Like I have no problem with him. He's a media personality. We allow all versions of media personalities in this country. He's highly intellectual. So he's not coming from a place of like if you went to a network news person or a cable news person and you asked them to interview people, they have no context about anything. They're fucking morons.
Yeah.
Whether it's NBC, Fox News, CNBC, Bloomberg, there's very few people on television, traditional television, that know anything about anything.
Yeah.
They're morons.
Yeah.
So here's
just
a
all
guy
like-
who's actually well-read, who actually takes the time to understand people. And the thing is like, if he's giving an opinion, it's pretty well thoughtful and well researched and thought out.
Yeah.
He's just not throwing out, like, we're just tossing out opinions.
Us, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It could change day by day.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I could like Joe Rogan today, I hate him tomorrow,
Yeah.
and I'm okay with that. That's my opinion. But like that, I just the thing that bums me out about like even the interview with Zuckerberg is that there's a part of the world that won't even listen to it because it's Joe Rogan, which sucks.
Yeah.
Because I think it's important to hear when like these figures that are larger than life, like Mark Zuckerberg is larger than life.
Yeah.
He's probably the most influential person of modern times.
Yeah.
Like he's more.
Let me tell you, Drama and I texted over the weekend. I think Drama's on my side
With what part?
with the metaverse. We're all in.
Well, he's
Oh,
just...
so if you're a hedge fund guy and you
I would buy an unlimited amount of Facebook stock.
He does MMA. I mean, come on. He does
between
jiu-jitsu.
MMA and metaverse, you're
Come
all.
on. He's not a
So
bad
you think
guy.
you think people listen to that?
I
and
think
they're like,
I think the way so Zuck did so many like impressive things in the 3 hours, which I was just blown away
give
by.
me a business thing. Forget that he impressed you with his MMA and his drilling or
No,
whatever.
No, the
Give me
MMA,
one.
the MMA is what I call this fraud.
Okay.
No,
Tell
I'm
me
talking
from a
about the
business
business part.
standpoint. Give me an actual takeaway.
So the actual takeaway is this is a Zuck's quote, and I texted Drama about this. It's basically like the obvious things that seem obvious to you, and you think everyone else is obviously thinking about them, but they're not. And you're like, whoa. And that's what Facebook was, right? He was like, I can't believe Microsoft, Google, all these people with unlimited capital didn't do what we did. And he's like, that's kind of how I feel about what the metaverse is. He's like, it's so obvious to me, and no one thinks it's obvious.
He had
But
like this
which part
moment.
about it is obvious, though, to him? Just did he give an example?
Yeah, he gave
Yeah.
multiple examples. He was talking about how like in Zoom, you look at what you lose in Zoom is basically, this is what he talked about. He said, when we have a meeting, right? We had a meeting in Young and Reckless 10 years ago, whatever.
Yeah.
And everyone talks and whatever.
Yeah.
And then you leave, and then the sidebar conversation happens,
Mhm.
right? And he's like, we've lost that with Zoom, the sidebar conversation. And he
The
thinks...
serendipity, yeah.
Yeah, the serendipity of like, oh, wait, do you think Jack knows what he's talking about?
Jack's an idiot.
Fucking Jack.
Jackass.
Jack's a moron.
Jackass.
But he's like, if you can do this omnipresence metaverse, which honestly he hasn't solved, but this is
How
what,
do you do that?
No,
Yeah.
but he's solving that.
He's going to figure out he does MMA.
Yeah.
He's spending $10 billion a year on this, and he's like, I'm going to solve how we can recreate.
He's going to have a person in everyone's house that
No.
just does...
He'd love to.
Yeah.
You give him the option. He'll take it.
No, you guys are... shut up.
I'm with you. Hey, I'm on your team here.
Everyone shut up. What he was saying was basically like the omnipresence of Oculus or the metaverse can basically solve for that, and you can virtually recreate that, and that's invaluable.
So
So
you have to
we
listen
have to
to
wear
it.
these dumb headsets in his
Yeah.
world.
Maybe.
Well, ultimately, they're thinking like Google Glass type things. Look, the thing is, you'd have to listen to it. He did such a good job that Anand's not going to be able to recreate it. Like
No.
he went through every point, and even when Joe Rogan would push back on like valid points, like what about like going outside and exercise and depression and things like that? Like he'd be like, well, no,
He's like, I do MMA.
we don't really see it that way. Remember
No,
drilling?
but do you
No,
know
but
what,
he would-
he did? He was so fucking good. He said, guess what? If we're taking away from TV, then we're not doing anything wrong.
Yeah, he's like, you got to take away from somewhere. And when you look, a lot of people are still spending a lot of time watching TV, actually. And so if we're taking from TV, I don't think we're taking from exercise.
Yeah.
I think we're taking from TV. So he just has every talking point about.
He's a lot better equipped to have this conversation.
Yes.
He's
Any hole you
insane.
can poke in it, he has a thing. And
And he does the pause, like he pretends like he's trying to.
be human, yeah.
He's already know. We already knows the 17 questions ahead.
Yeah.
He's trying to populate it. He's like, "Oh yeah, Joe," and then he already knows what to say, but he humanizes himself.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah, he
it was
crushed
one
it.
of the greatest. It's an Oscar-nominated,
He
like
crushed it.
literally Oscar-worthy performance.
Yeah.
So if you were
And
to
acting as
invest
a-
tomorrow, you're buying
100% Facebook. I'm
Or
buying
Meta.
Facebook stock. Yeah, I've always said this. I said, "Don't bet against Zuck." I've said this
You
for
said it.
like
You said it.
many times.
How did Joe Rogan like walk away? Like, was he skeptical? Was he?
I think Joe Rogan bought Facebook stock.
Yeah, I think Joe Rogan walked away like, man, great guy. Like he probably went into it like, okay, I don't know about all the algorithms and the blah, blah, blah. And he literally walked away like, all right.
But how cool is it that they made it? Like I watched it. I actually watched it on Spotify.
I watched
Like,
most of it, yeah.
I didn't do the like audio only.
Yeah.
So I watched it, and it's like Joe Rogan, Zuck, who's one of the most powerful people in the world. Like how much security and like infrastructure's around
Yeah.
the building,
Yeah.
but it made it seem like it was just two guys talking.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of
That's
Joe
the
Rogan.
beauty, yeah.
That's something that like I don't think any media person has ever figured out. Where like
I watched because you get lost in it, and I was like, I was
you
like,
feel like you're in the room with them.
I was
Yeah,
like,
what, Mark?
I'm just one of the guys. Me, Joe, and Mark.
It is. Like when he's on a stage with lights and stuff, you're like, he's up there.
Yeah, he's a superstar.
He's just one of the guys.
Yeah.
Watching UFC.
they're so good.
I guarantee you, on and signing up for MMA this week.
I'm
Come
gonna
and do it on
roll.
bars.
I'm gonna roll this week.
And is there any highlights? I mean, I think the one big thing that got picked up by the news, like everything that got picked up by the news, was that he sort of said that, he said that the FBI came to him in advance of the election and said there was a lot of election interference from foreign governments in 2016. We expect that again this year. Be on high alert. And that's part of, Joe was asking specifically about the Hunter Biden laptop story. I think that the media kind of twisted that to make it sound like he said that the FBI came to warn him about the Hunter Biden laptop story. It's
He
not
denied
really
that,
what he
right?
said.
Yeah, he denied that.
Yeah, he said like it fit the criteria.
Yeah.
And so we did throttle it. We didn't ban it, but we did throttle it. So that's what got all the news. I don't know. To me, I don't know that we need to talk about that. That's just, it's kind of a non
Yeah.
But I
story
also
to
want
me
to
that
say,
got all the
like,
story.
Zuck said he spends Facebook spends $5 billion a year on defense of misinformation.
Their defense budget.
I mean, that is money not well spent.
'Cause it
As
doesn't
someone
work. I mean,
that
No, but-
actually
no,
goes
hold
on
on, hold
Facebook
on,
all day,
hold on,
I
hold
see
on.
the craziest shit.
You know, call me like, drinking the fucking
Yeah,
Kool-Aid.
you're
Mark
drinking
alone.
alien.
Leave Mark
Look at this guy
alone.
defending him after one interview.
No, but like John, like you listen to the episode when he said, if we're wrong 0.1% of the time, that's millions of mistakes.
yeah, you got to give him some slack.
Give
dude.
Zuck some
Oh,
slack.
God.
See,
I
you know,
bought
it's
all
like,
the
what would you
Kool-Aid.
do in that situation?
He
That's
did
the problem.
that.
Anytime you got like real pinned in, like this
Yeah.
is very tough. He was like, I'm just curious, Joe, what would you do? in
And
that
Joe had no
situation?"
answer.
And Joe would be like, I can't
Obviously,
imagine.
this is unsolvable. They should shut down.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the right answer.
that is.
That is the right. Unfortunately,
But,
no
like-
one wants to hear that.
All right, so buy Facebook stock. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, we're in. I'm going to the metaverse. Is there any other sound bites we want to talk about?
No,
No, it's good.
Okay. So everyone, I mean, I think regardless of who you are, where you stand, or how you feel about anything, you should watch the interview.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll check it out.
All right. Next up, we've talked about Disneyland a lot. We've talked about how long the lines are. We've talked about our personal feelings, whether we like it, whether we don't. You guys have kids, so you have a different experience. We've talked a lot about just the Disneyland experience. There's a new update to the Disneyland experience, and that is it's getting more expensive.
Yeah.
Everything. Didn't we just talk in their earnings or something about how much money the parks bring in?
Billions a quarter.
But
Crank it up.
The funny part is it's like 3 parks.
Yeah.
Right?
It's
We
basically
talked
it's
about
just Disneyland and Orlando.
But what is
That's it.
Yeah, because you're saying that China's
Because
closed.
China's closed. Hong
Close.
Kong's
No one's
closed.
going to those other fucking places.
Paris is closed.
Okay,
That's a true American.
Yeah.
No one goes to those fucking places. Come
I'm
to
telling you,
America.
if you look at trying to get a ticket at Disneyland,
Yeah.
you can't get one.
That's wild. So what are they raising the prices for? Everything?
So I'll give you an example. So basically they kind of came to the conclusion is when people go to a theme park, you're trapped.
Yeah.
Right? You
Yeah.
are trapped.
Yeah.
You might as well jack the prices up. This is how I always felt about, anything at a stadium,
It's like movie theater.
movie theater.
Yeah.
You have pricing power, right? Like you could charge anything. And with Disneyland, I'll tell you this. So our family went to San Diego this weekend. We went to Legoland and we went to the zoo.
Wow.
And
For the birthday.
for the both the boys' birthdays. And Legoland was really nice. It was a good experience.
Mhm.
It was not crowded
Mhm.
by any stretch of the imagination. We had to wait like 5 minutes for each ride, literally 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And I kind of took away with that Legoland is, one, it probably there was mainly just boys there,
Yeah.
not many girls. So I think you eliminate a lot of people.
Yeah. No
It's
pricing
also
power.
very young.
Are there rides? What's the deal?
Yeah, there's like little rides and like go on a boat.
Do your
and-
kids like play with Legos? Like,
Yeah.
do they know what it is?
Yeah,
Oh.
they're big Lego guys.
Interesting.
And so we got there, no line to get walk in, nothing. We were like playing around, and then we did 3 hours and we were out of there.
Yeah.
Like back to the hotel. And the things I took away from that is I haven't been to Disneyland with my kids, and I've been whatever since the late 90s. But
Mhm.
like, I think when it comes to Disneyland, particularly, it is the best experience in the world.
Yeah.
When it comes to theme parks.
Yeah.
And they ultimately have so much control over price and experience and whatever the consumer wants. And I think that power they have, nobody else has. Because we read 2 weeks ago, Six Flags had a bad earnings. I mean, Legoland was busy. It's guaranteed not having a record quarter, at least from what I saw.
Yeah.
We went to the San Diego Zoo. That was also like, that actually was really crowded.
Yeah.
But not like to a point of being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And to be fair, it was like pretty reasonably priced. The ticket I think Legoland was like $100 a ticket, which I was kind of surprised.
Yeah.
But the zoo was like $50 or I forgot
How much
what it
is
was.
Disney?
What?
How much is Disney?
It's like way more. It's like $200 or something
Really?
crazy for regular. And so what Disney's realizing now, we could charge anything we want. And
Yeah.
so they launched something called Genie Plus, which is an app that's $15 a person a day on top of the price of admission that allows park goers to skip the unreserved lines for some attractions.
That's a scam.
Yes, some. And it doesn't even allow you on like the most popular rides. And so I think like what Disney is kind of proving is what I think the entire world is seeing. If you are the best experience
Yeah.
or the best product,
Yeah.
people will pay for it.
Yep.
And everything else, you're fucked.
Yeah.
And
That's
you
Apple.
have to be more affordable. And so, if you think about it's Apple, it's Disney, it's Nike,
Yeah.
it's Lululemon, it's whatever. And like what I think the way the consumer is going to act going forward, given that it's a recession, is that you're going to be extremely sensitive. When you're going to spend money, you want the best experience.
Yeah.
Like, we stayed at a nice hotel in Carlsbad and it wasn't cheap. It was pretty expensive. And like, $100 for breakfast. I mean,
Yeah.
come on. And the food is disgusting.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Like literally like,
That's got to go.
yeah, like that. Either you have to come down in price
Yeah.
and be more affordable, or you need to have a superb experience.
Yeah.
And I think that's really the market that we're entering, which is very reflective of the country, which is they're more than likely in the near future, there's going to be wealthy people and there's going to be everybody else.
Yeah.
And so if that's the case, then
I mean, we're already at the peak of that.
yeah, exactly. So that in that case, brands and experiences either have to be truly luxury or just like get the job done.
Yep.
Like if I'm Six Flags, I'm charging $10 to get in.
Yeah.
$10
Six
to
Flags,
get in.
The
and
rides
then-
might work.
Yeah, like-
Seatbelts, not so sure.
Yeah, and then just be like, okay, hope they drink.
No,
hope
but
they
I
have
think
fun.
I
Like-
think the real thing about Disney, what they've like mastered, is the IP.
Yeah.
Right, like people care about going to Star Wars.
Yeah.
People care about.
Yeah, but I also think it's experience. Everyone who goes to Disneyland tells me it's such a good experience.
it is the IP though that like makes it. You know,
I know,
Draw.
but Universal
Endless.
Studios has a great IP. No one's tripping over themselves.
no,
to
they
there.
go to Harry Potter Land in Orlando.
Yeah. I just
mean,
don't know if you
there's
look
Harry
at
Potter
the.
and Universal. Like
Yeah,
they have one IP.
pretty cool.
So I was at City Walk last week to pick up something at this one shop that was only in City Walk, really random, but there was no line to walk in. You just walk right in.
Yeah.
Buy a ticket, walk right in. No one's in that place.
But I mean, the amount of IP Disneyland has
yeah.
is like
So
unmatched.
I think the other
So
thing.
I think the kids want to see Elsa, and
Star
then
Wars, yeah.
Star Wars, and
Yeah.
like they have everything.
I also
All
so-
the Marvel, right?
And I also
Disney
think-
owns all of Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also think the biggest thing is that like Disney is family friendly, which allows all children to go. And for whatever reason, sicko adults like to go all the fucking
yeah. They
time.
want the ears.
They
They
love
want the ears.
I'm telling you, I'll say it a million times. I remember the year when our whole Young and Reckless staff all went together as a group thing and all got season passes.
Yeah. Which is nuts.
They were adults. These are
They're-
mid-20s.
Mid-20s, the last place I would want to be is Disneyland.
They're all going. They're probably chugging, taking shots in the car and fucking going and riding Star Wars.
I couldn't believe how many adults I saw at Legoland with no fucking kids.
Really? That seems weird.
What do you do at Legoland?
seems a
I
little-
have no idea.
It's just like a theme park. So they
Like, do you ride or do you?
yeah,
like,
they have rides. It's rides. It's all
Games?
rides. Games, rides, everything. Same shit.
So it's like a shitty Disneyland.
Yeah, it
No,
is-
I went to Santa Monica Pier last Wednesday for Mav's birthday. It's fantastic. Really,
Really?
chill.
I would not expect
It's
that.
I'm not,
unbelievable.
we go there all the time.
Unbelievable.
I would expect it
Fantastic
to
is
be-
not the
rides are
word I
great.
would not describe.
No, it was unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Fantastic and unbelievable.
Wow.
Well, that's not,
And you don't
I
have
don't
to
see
wait
them
for
raising
rides.
prices.
yeah, yeah.
Hey,
No.
that's not a good sign on
You
it.
have to wait for rides.
I want a couple lines just to know there's
Yeah.
some demand here.
That's what my friend always used to say. Food tastes better in crowded restaurants.
What? So are they, just to clarify, are they raising prices of like food and kind of everything?
Yeah,
Or
I
just
think they're across the board. They're seeing fewer visitors, but extracting more. So attendance in 2021 fell 17%, but a per capita spending by guests grew 17%, which is a way better experience for the guests and for them. Their staff
You know
less.
the thing
They're
is
charging
about-
more money.
Like when
Yeah.
you're at a place like Disneyland with your kids,
Yeah.
like price actually doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what your income status is.
Yeah.
You have to get your kid
Yeah.
food.
Yeah.
Right? It
It's like
doesn't
a
matter
kid's
if-
Vegas. Like once you check in, like
Yeah.
shit's gonna be a little crazy.
Yeah.
Let's just
So-
worry about it when we get home.
So the highest tier annual pass to Disneyland, they raised it by 14%. It's $1,599.
That's like the season pass.
And
Yes.
this is with no Asia travel. Can you imagine?
There's still no Asia travel.
No, they're not. China can't leave. You can't leave.
Oh,
if
yeah,
you're
you're
from
right.
China.
You're right. I see
But
videos of them
that's
like
a billion
sprinting out of
five.
buildings.
That's 1,500,000,000 people that aren't seeing the mouse.
Yeah, that thing is gonna be flooded. That's probably why they're raising prices, just in anticipation for that day. They're gonna just print money.
Yeah, I mean, like, look at this. They use as an example a Sarah, and this is Wall Street Journal. This woman, Sarah, Starbucks shift supervisor and barista in Auburn Hills, Michigan, took her first trip to Walt Disney World in January at the age of 42, along with her husband and 6-year-old daughter. She said the trip was a fulfillment of a fantasy from her childhood when money was tight in her family. Very sweet.
That's cool.
The family spent $5,000 on
And now-
admissions,
now-
meals, lodging at Disney's Saratoga Springs Resort.
And now money's tight again.
But by the way, most of it's paid by her in-laws. Luckily, at least they
Okay,
showed that
good, good,
data.
good.
But I'm just saying,
Jesus.
family of 4, $5,000?
It's wild.
That's fucking nuts.
I'm telling you, man. I know they wouldn't. I know there's a whole another reason not to do this, but you could open 30 of those tomorrow,
Yeah.
and they would all be packed.
I think you got to open, obviously
Like
weather
littler
matters.
ones. Yeah, you're right.
Cabo Disneyland. And if it was like only LA people and it was smaller, you could probably charge $2,000 a ticket.
Yeah. Yeah. But you could have like Atlanta.
Yeah. It gets cold there. You just can't be cold.
It just kills the vibe.
Yeah.
That is true. I mean, it is, they picked the two best locations for the experience of the park.
I don't know a better location in the world that has that kind of weather.
Yeah.
Name a city in the world that has better
not.
than LA. Zero.
Even Anaheim, you get like a
And you
little
think
more
about, like,
south.
It's like pretty affordable. Like the outskirts, like
The area.
hotels and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing about Disneyland where I think people mess up is they think they have to stay next to the property.
Oh no, you could stay
you
miles away.
could say Long Beach.
Yeah, you could crush it, but they don't know that.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm sure if you go online, if you're this family and where the barista,
Barista family. They're staying at the Disney hotel.
if you
They're
Google
getting
it, yeah, you're
killed.
getting fleeced. Yeah. If you, the options that come up when it recommended are probably,
Ridiculous.
Yeah. okay. Well, you got to make those kids happy, you know?
Yeah, whatever.
One quick second, guys. Let's talk about cars.
Yeah.
Buying them, selling them, good deals.
Yep.
We know a place.
I was talking to Ollie from Car Trackers the other day. I have him looking for a few cars for me.
A few.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, yeah.
Business is good.
Hey,
No, no,
business
no.
is good.
I only want
All
one,
right.
but I started, inquiring, and I cannot believe how many ads I'm getting served about cars now.
Because you've been looking them up.
Yeah, he sent me a car to check out, and I was like, "Oh, cool, I'll check it out." And I went on their website, and now it's just all the ads are just cars.
Yep,
and
cars are hot.
Cars are hot, and he was on the podcast. He was talking about if you're going to sell your car, this is a great time to do it because we all know that like what's about to happen.
Is it still a great time?
Yeah, he said
Wow.
this like you still have like a little momentum here.
Yep.
So if you want to dump your car, hit up Ollie over at Car Trackers, cartrackers.com, Car Trackers on Instagram. Easy. All you got to do is send them your information. They do it on FaceTime. They pick up the car. I mean, it's super easy. I've probably had like 100 people do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
If we had gotten a percentage of this,
yeah, we fucked up.
it was like our NFT.
We
we
could
had
have
a
got a
chance.
Urus.
Yeah.
We could have got a
We could have
Urus.
got a Urus just based on our royalties from Car Tracker. I mean, this is one of the most I would say most like reach outs we get about any of our ads.
Yeah, this is it.
Apparently, all of our listeners had cars they didn't like. 'Cause they're just dumping these things.
Well, the good news is he's now helping you buy a new car. He has a whole
Oh.
concept called Below Invoice.
Okay.
So he's helping people find deals on cars. What's interesting is he has a really good like line on what brands are doing deals right now.
Nice.
So he's been, I've been in touch with him around that, and I'm looking for a steal,
Okay. Sounds like you're looking
Big
for
steal.
3 of them.
Yeah.
Little fleet of steals.
a fleet of steals.
Okay. Love it.
So hit
All
up
right.
Ollie over at Car Trackers, cartrackers.com, at Car Trackers on Instagram, and he'll help you find a car, sell a car, buy someone else a car. If you're
Steal a
really
car.
rich.
There we go.
All right. There you have it. Let's get back to the episode. Let's talk about NFTs, man. Throwback topic.
Yeah.
Uh,
Throwback Thursday.
You want to know how fun? Like, I thought about this the other day randomly. Remember when you went to, I don't know where you went. Maybe we were talking about Art Basel or something.
Mhm.
And you were like, don't come up to me and talk about NFTs.
That was Coachella.
Because everybody was talking about NFTs. I have not heard the word NFT other than our banter.
Yeah. I mean,
Think about that.
yeah.
Everybody I used to talk to would be like, hey, so you mess with NFTs?
Yeah.
What NFTs do you got?
No one's talking about it.
No one is talking about
Did you bite with your company NFTs?
No.
You held strong.
I held strong, but I always felt,
You could still do it.
I kind of felt like I was really dropping the ball.
You could have cleared like a quick 10 mil.
If I would have got in quick,
Yeah.
I could have cleared a quick 10 millimeter.
Yeah.
But it really quickly.
We're not really here anymore.
We're gone.
We're actually strangers.
we are literally strangers. Yeah, because it very quickly got like kind of
scammy,
and that's really not good for us.
Yeah.
But there was that really quick window where we could have done
You
well.
must have been tempted.
I was very tempted.
Yeah.
So I would say this, by the time I was like, oh, we should probably do this, it started to feel like a hustle.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's going to hurt us because of what our brand does.
Yeah.
And so we were on the fence for a long time. Like it was on the whiteboard for, weeks. Like we should do this. And then it just absolutely fell off a cliff. And now I'm glad. I'm not glad that I missed maybe the early boat, but I'm glad we didn't tarnish.
10 mil would have been nice.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
It probably would have been more if you'd done it early.
So that's what that's what I want to talk about is like, we know some people and we've talked about them. I'm not mad at them at all. We've talked about them on the show. I'll just say, because we've talked about him, people like Gary Vee, who made a killing on NFTs. They did get in kind of during that window. And we remember I don't know how much we talked about it on the pod. I think we talked about it a lot, but like it felt to us like we were like, oh, so-and-so made $10 million. Oh, so-and-so just made $20 million. Oh, so-and-so made, like we were talking about it all the time. A lot of people really made out. It turns out a lot of really big brands have also, I mean, these guys jumped in quickly and did their NFT drops and made a shit ton of money.
So it's saying that Nike's NFT related projects have made over $185 million in revenue. So the biggest earning brand from NFTs. I think half is from the original sale and half is from secondary revenue.
That's wild.
Dolce & Gabbana has generated $25 million. Tiffany, which did the crypto...
bought that?
I didn't even know they did one.
Yeah, that's insane.
Wow. Okay.
That seems a little suspect.
They probably just upsold it to like, NFTs, all the kids are talking about. Like, all right, I'll take one.
Tiffany
Is
with
Gary
their
Vee still talking about NFTs?
Yeah, of course.
I don't know. Is he in his content?
Yeah.
He's saying like, don't worry, it'll come back.
I don't think he talks about... None of these guys talk about price.
They just say the technology is still...
It doesn't have technology. It's about community, membership. Because the people that own that stuff...
I don't see Gary Vee content on TikTok, to me, doesn't show up anymore. And it was like nonstop.
Yeah, me
6
neither.
months ago.
Me neither. I don't know why.
It's all Andrew Tate.
I'm all hustled out.
No,
I'm Andrew Tate.
no,
By the way,
yeah.
Andrew Tate is not banned
Andrew
from
Tate's
anything.
banned.
I know, but he's on everything.
Bigger than ever.
Because everyone just reposts. I'm telling you, there is a study to be had for all of us.
You should get banned.
In brands about how Andrew Tate finessed TikTok. Because he never had an actual TikTok that was Andrew Tate. But it was all these accounts acting like fan accounts that I think he ran. And now, even though now he's banned, quote unquote, but there's more content of him than ever. And him like on a yacht, like Andrew Tate after being banned, like fuck you. And you can't ban it.
He's like a mythical creature.
It's whack-a-mole.
Yeah. I think banning these like cult-like figures always backfires. I mean, all the platforms, all they do is talk about Donald Trump all day.
Exactly. He's the perfect case study.
Yeah.
They got him a presidency.
We take from Truth Social and post on Twitter.
Everyone just posts the screenshots. He's like, I can't believe he said this. I'm like, then why'd you post it?
I mean, he literally got elected president with people just saying, I can't believe he said this.
Yeah. It's so easy to manipulate. Like, what were we talking about?
It is. So Gary Vee is still talking.
Look, I think people, I mean, Nike making $180 million of pure profit. That's all profit. So Nike's sitting there and be like, all right, whatever. We're going to keep our mouth shut. This shit's going to come back.
Yeah.
You know, we just listened to Joe Rogan. This guy's talking about metaverse metaverse that.
Give me the goggles.
The best of the meme I ever saw, metaverse this, metaverse that. When was the last time you met a girl?
That's good. That's really good. I just love, I mean, look, I don't know. Here's my take. My take is just props to these guys for
milking the shit out of the
these
consumer.
are massive brands. And the fact that like this, that stuff wasn't trending for that long.
No.
Like if you really looked at the time of like, we should do an NFT to how long you actually had to kind of develop it and build it out before it got lame, it wasn't a long amount of time. And for these massive brands to be able to do that so quickly, props to them. I mean, I hope no one got like screwed here. Hopefully like, you know, comes back around and all that.
Yeah, but look, I think a brand like Nike or all the luxury brands, they're going to win at NFTs because
They're just gonna win it, whatever it is. Whatever
Yeah,
the
it doesn't
game is.
matter.
They're gonna figure it
People,
out.
yeah, I mean,
Those brands are like timeless.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I think like they all of those brands. I don't know. Have you guys seen this documentary? You should watch this. It's the same people that did the Mantateo Untold.
Mhm.
They did one and one, the
Oh,
basketball
no, I
brand.
saw that after I was done watching. Mantateo.
Unfucking believable.
Wait, and
Really?
one like the
Yes.
videos that I used to go watch. That.
Yeah, well,
Was
you
it about
stand
the-
in line.
Venice.
Was it
No,
about
no.
the brand?
You used to also stand in line at finish line waiting
yeah,
to get
the
the
Northridge
latest
Mall.
Oh,
line.
yeah,
yeah,
he just
yeah.
line shamed you.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
I had to wait with
he
him.
kept saying it.
Yeah.
Jesus.
He's the Lion King.
No,
No, I
Lion
actually
King.
went and physically stood amongst thousands of people at Venice Beach and
Yeah.
watched them play.
Yeah.
It was the thing about the events or the brand?
No, it's just about the rise and fall of the brand.
Yeah.
And so the rise is an incredible story. It's
Is
these two
hot
guys.
sauce in it?
They're all in it. They're all
Oh
in
yeah,
it.
Was he a
hot sauce
star?
is my
Yeah.
guy.
Professor, all those guys.
Yeah.
And they equated, obviously, like they're one of the reasons why they fell was essentially they didn't take care of the players and
No, they didn't take care of it.
they didn't take care of, that was their biggest fault.
Mm-hmm.
But they said that the single biggest moment when the brand fell apart
Mm-hmm.
was when Nike released. Do you remember the dribbling commercial?
Yep.
They said that was the single most pivotal. They were literally taking share from Nike, where they were like, they were like everyone was wearing N1 at one point.
Yeah.
Think about it. Like you had a shot to take down Nike.
Yeah.
These guys released a fucking dribbling commercial.
And why? Because it was just
It was such a good commercial
Yeah.
that, and I think it reflected on the street ball kind of culture.
Yep.
And so it was executed
And
better.
one was one of like the most culturally relevant things for like anyone my age group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember
Like
it, but
growing
it
up.
wasn't like
It was probably dead by the time you were.
it was just around. Like it wasn't like it didn't impact.
No, we literally drove to Venice Beach. We're like, oh, the N1 team's coming to
We
Venice.
watch all the videos.
Yeah,
and
we watch all
tapes.
the
Were they were street ball players?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
street ball players,
Oh.
but no, we would literally line up at finish line at Northridge Mall to get a fucking DVD.
You have to buy something and you get a
You
tape.
buy something to get a tape. It might even be VHS.
It was
I have no idea.
VHS.
Was it VHS?
Yeah, of course it
It
was.
had to be in that time, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So we would
sick.
get a VHS and we'd go home and we'd watch it and be like, oh shit, this is insane.
Damn.
Like, we literally sound like dinosaurs.
I gotta watch that.
Yeah, I know. It's incredible. It's incredible for anybody building a brand that it is possible to take down a giant. Like
Yeah.
they were this close.
Yeah.
I think if they'd actually taken care of their athletes
Mm-hmm.
and spent the money on the creative, like even at one at its peak, like you'd watch these videos that look like they paid some 12-year-old to shoot it.
Those are the ones Anand had?
Yeah. And then if you'd
They were like
actually
shitty.
yeah, they were just shitty, which was really like endearing
Yeah.
in the
That was
beginning.
the brand, yeah.
Yeah, it felt authentic, but as the brand got more sophisticated, like you gotta evolve. And then Nike does one commercial with the
over.
get out of your fucking
No,
town.
it
Great
was
commercial.
like N1 literally had a shot.
They did have a shot.
They did have a shot because
Yeah.
they had, I was just like a young, teenager that loved basketball and I was enthralled by
Yeah.
N1.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I literally drove to Venice and I'd sit there. And you know what the crazy thing about when we went to Venice was like, after the show was ending,
Yeah.
the other players would just do their own thing and we'd all sit there and watch. It was like an actual culture.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's with all that being said, I think the big important thing to take away is like you can still take down these big brands.
Yeah.
It is 100% possible to anyone to take down the biggest brands in the world. You obviously need to have the right product, but it really does come down with marketing and the excitement that you can create.
Well, especially on social.
Dude, it can happen so fast. Like I see things happening on social. I'll give you an example. There's a kid on TikTok that I would get served his song over and over, and him sitting with his little fucking guitar. I think his name is Arden Jones or something. I think song's called Star Trek. So I would see this kid. He would sit there playing his guitar over and over and over again. And I was like, I kind of like this kid. So I started following him.
Yeah.
And then I started like just liking him. I was like, man, this is awesome. This kid is really trying hard for this song to work.
Yeah.
On the way to San Diego, I'm listening to Hot Hits on Spotify, which is like Dua Lipa.
I did that on the way over here.
And we listened to it as a family. They have a clean station.
Yeah.
We listened to it. That kid's song came on it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, this kid did it.
That's what I was going to say is on the way over here, I listened to that and it is all TikTok now.
It's all TikTok songs. Yeah, it's all those songs. And I'm just looking at at this moment, you can go on TikTok and create whatever you want.
Yeah.
You want to create a basketball brand. You want to create a hit song.
Yeah.
You want to create a game. You want to create anything. This is a golden era of like anyone's got a shot.
Yeah.
No, it's true, but it existed back then. It
But
existed in the 90s.
but even look, think about it. There's only one and one. Do you know how many things are going to come out of TikTok?
No, but like,
But think about what they had to do too. They had to plan events. They had to distribute videos. They
No,
had
but,
to.
like,
That's what's so crazy.
it's crazy. Like, my friend Gene, who listens to the podcast, he's going to hear it tomorrow. We used to copy the N1, like,
I know, but I'm saying
Cut.
is this
like
whatever.
the similar to like how people do the TikTok thing.
Yeah.
We would try to like emulate whatever the
But
N1
think about
yeah,
how much
yeah.
effort that went. Today, the kid, I think his name is Arden Jones. Is that his name? I don't know. I'm
Starships.
starstruck is the song.
Sounds
And
familiar.
that kid's song is in my head all day. I see him. I just visualize him just what all he's doing. He's so diligent about playing his guitar
Right.
on TikTok every single day a cappella, and he did it. Think about how much effort the N1 guys had to take down Nike. There's someone that's going to take down Adele in 6 months off TikTok.
Yeah.
Which is nuts. Adele's a $500 million business.
Well, they're not going to take down her, but there's going to be someone that's able to compete with her.
I don't know. I mean, like if you look at the same
Right.
rise as
That's-
like any of these artists, how hard is it for an artist to stay relevant?
That's the part that's so crazy. Yeah.
Is it Arden Jones' name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The part that's so crazy is that we're saying is like, if you actually looked at what N1 had to do, it was a shit ton of work.
Yeah.
Just to disrupt.
How much friction was there?
Yeah.
I used to line up at a fucking finish line
line, yeah.
store.
But think about like making all those DVDs, printing all the copies, however much of an investment that was, getting them to all the finish lines, traveling around.
Imagine doing it now.
Like you could do it
Yeah.
now on TikTok in fucking 2 weeks
But it's crazy, like,
from your bedroom.
but it's crazy that hasn't been replicated.
There are other things, and not in basketball, but other things
There's
have been
other
replicated.
thing,
No, there's like basketball, like kind of.
Gymshark is replicated off social media. It's $1 billion
yeah,
brand.
Gymshark's a good example.
$1 billion.
But why
business.
isn't it in hoops? Like, do you know how many kids play hoops? It's millions.
I think Nike's so far ahead there. It needs to be something very special to be recreated.
Now you need the Saudis.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
get live.
I think if Saudis came in and just said, Bronny, here's $100 million.
It sounds like Bryce.
It's
Bryce.
It's Bryce's
Pick a
world.
winner. I just want to give D a quick moment here.
Starstruck? Yeah, let's hear the song.
This is it.
Yeah. You're going to see this on TikTok everywhere now.
I mean, he looks like TikTok.
He's young and reckless
When I
collab.
brought her to LA, she
You what?
was starstruck.
gonna
How
work
they
on it.
living off of Adderall and Starbucks. Started asking, baby, when can it be my turn to go off lighting up the sky before I'm stardust?
I mean, especially if you're an artist,
I
there
mean,
is
this kid,
no time like
he's
today.
on Hot Hit Spotify. That's equivalent to being on TRL. Bigger. It's global.
It's bigger than TRL.
It's way bigger than TRL.
Yeah.
When I could not, I turned to my wife. I'm like, oh my God, I cannot believe this song is on. I saw this kid. He puts out, I think, a mixtape a week.
Yeah, it's sick.
And then all of a sudden, like 10 songs later, he has another song.
Yeah. I would say anything's available to get disrupted more than ever, but God, if you're an artist, there's just never been a time like this. And
No.
this window might close for whatever reason, algorithm, TikTok gets banned, whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you'll ever get it again. Like, it's incredible. I'm telling you, the entire top hit, top played songs on Spotify are all based on TikTok.
Yeah, I
trends.
mean, number one, I think, is right now that guy, Steve Lacy,
Mhm.
Bad Habits,
Mhm.
which I've definitely heard on TikTok
Yeah.
first.
I mean, they revamped fucking Running Up That Hill.
Yeah.
Running Up That
What was that,
Wall.
30-year song?
Yes, that thing's on the hot Spotify. That girl is probably like, what the fuck is this?
I heard she's making $100K a week.
the artist of that song?
Yes, whoever owns the publishing is making.
And like the last 20 years, it was $25 a week.
Yeah. I hope someone does that to my song.
Oh yeah, imagine.
Yeah, what's going on?
Maybe
with
like
Kim
30
Warren?
years ago. 30 years from now, all of a sudden,
You just gotta get a meme.
You know what we should
Dance.
do? What we should do is we should just like DJ Khaled style. We should just work on like one song a month with all of our friends.
oh my god,
And just put it out and just
see what happens.
Try to get it viral on TikTok. Nope. Try it again on TikTok. Try it again.
It
And see
may
if we can
work.
just get
You
one.
never know.
We might be able to get one.
Yeah,
Did you listen to God Did?
God,
I didn't yet.
I did.
Is it good? D did.
Yeah,
He
he did.
God Did.
Yeah, I saw everyone buzzing about it, so I went and listened to it. Jay-Z has a verse.
It
Jay-Z's
sounded kinda
verse is
good.
hot.
I heard the clip. It sounded good.
Jay-Z's verse is hot. I mean, it's not like better than anything else he's ever done. It's good.
but yeah, it's good.
It's
I don't
good
know.
for the moment.
It was good. There's the one line.
I don't know if this is
the
a
Billy line.
Yeah, the Billy line.
Yeah.
I'm a billionaire and I made 3 others.
Yeah,
Right? Effectively, was what he said.
Yeah.
Kanye's gonna come out tomorrow and say, "Look, you have 1 billion, I have 6."
Look. I don't know I don't think this is controversial. He's a great guy. He's very entertaining, and I know everyone in the industry loves him. But like, it blows my mind how DJ Khaled can like get
Exist
the biggest artist in the world. Like that track list
is insane.
is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I
It should be the best album of all time. And it's like, kind of unlistenable.
Well, someone posted the perfect tweet about this. They said, Khaled's albums are like the NBA All-Star game,
yeah.
filled with superstars. No one really gives a shit,
Yeah.
and no one tries, but everyone's there.
No, but Anthony texted us like something about the album, and I responded to D and Anthony. I was like, he's the most impressive person in music history.
Khaled.
Khaled is.
Just because of what he can pull off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Like,
it-
how can you pull that off?
How
So
can you? And he's
someone
fucking
else-
hilarious while doing it.
Someone
He's
else
so
wrote.
funny.
Someone else wrote on Twitter saying, "I don't understand these people like Calvin Harris and Khaled who just put out an album with the biggest artists and don't do anything." Calvin Harris retweets and says, "Which song
God did.
Calvin did.
Which song are you referring to? Because almost every track I write, I produce,
Yeah,
and
that's-
probably sing on. So probably the wrong person you're talking to."
Yeah, there's a big difference.
Yeah.
But people don't understand the difference.
Yeah, they don't. They just think Calvin Harris is like Khaled. But like,
Yeah.
if you listen to like OG Calvin Harris stuff, this guy wrote the song, sang the song, and produced it. Like
He
his
had that
biggest
run.
records, he literally sang on them.
He had that summer
Yeah,
that was undeniable.
yeah. He's like,
Okay.
"Are you talking about the Rihanna song that I wrote?"
Yeah. And produced the whole thing hands on. I feel like Khaled just is like, yo, I need you in the studio.
Yeah.
God,
God
did.
did.
And then like,
I think he's just become like this caricature that like you have to kind of include in your repertoire as an
Yeah.
artist, as a hip hop
But
artist.
it's insane that he's able to attract that talent.
like who else other than like Jay-Z
And Diddy.
or Kendrick? I don't even think Diddy could put out a compilation album and get those people to do verses.
I don't think
I
either
don't-
of those two artists could do that. No fucking chance.
I think people would be like, I don't know how I feel about this.
I think I
I'm
would
telling
say
you, Khaled is like, like there's no
I think
politics.
Kanye would be the
Everyone's just
closest.
like, oh, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, there's no bad prep. There's nothing bad about him. It's just like, yeah,
I think he's probably, from obviously what everyone says, he's probably a really nice guy,
yeah.
and he's probably aggressive.
I think we know that.
We know that he's aggressive,
Yeah.
and he's aggressive, and he's a nice guy, so he doesn't come off like malicious.
Yeah,
He's just like, come on, do the album.
come on,
Jay.
Yeah.
Jay.
Which is insane that he can get them to do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's impressive. It's very impressive. Okay, next up, offices. We talked a little bit about offices last week and
Yeah.
returning to offices. I don't know. I mean, I don't even know how to, like, it kind of, whatever. I said this last week. It kind of surprises me that this is still so much of a topic. Like, quiet quitting is a huge topic.
Oh, you know, it's gone completely viral everywhere after
Yes.
we were talking. I think we were on the early side of
I think
discussing it.
we tipped it off.
God did.
God did.
Yeah, we did. It took off. So it's been everywhere last week. Return to office thing, like I said, Apple wants people to come in 3 days a week. That's getting a lot of press because people are outraged about that. We have a story here about people that are returning to offices.
Mhm.
And it's more of a look into spending, like inflation spending. And what it's saying is that people are, you know what, I'm going to be honest. I don't know what it's saying. Is it saying that people are buying breakfast on their way into the office?
Yeah, so this is the shocking statistic. Traffic to restaurants fell 2% in the second quarter, but breakfast transactions were unchanged from a year ago. And a lot of chains are reporting that their breakfast business is actually really, really strong, including Krispy Kreme, Starbucks.
Krispy Kreme. The fact that Krispy Kreme is a breakfast choice is wild. Can you imagine heading into the office and getting a coffee and 2 donuts?
I mean, I've been traveling a lot in the last 6 weeks, all over the country.
Yeah.
I cannot believe the lines at Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah.
The Starbucks is insane at airports. It's literally insane.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's like
but
100
at
people.
least like...
But you remember what were the fucking Cinnabon?
oh my God.
Those things are the most popular places in every mall. They were.
So
Anyway.
you're traveling tonight. Do you think you're going to have a line?
What, at Starbucks?
Yeah.
I hope not. I mean, people are psychopaths having midnight flight tickets.
That's possible. So what this is saying is that returning to the office is good for the breakfast business.
Yeah, so there's a couple interesting statistics. One is, which I don't think is shocking, 51% of Starbucks revenue happens in the morning.
Well, that makes sense.
That makes sense, right?
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Yep.
There's a South Korean-based chain of bakery cafes that are in America called Paris Baguette.
Okay.
Has seen its U.S. breakfast traffic climb 20% compared with pre-pandemic levels.
Okay.
And then they said...
I'm just having trouble what to make of it because we're also talking about so many people not going back to the office.
I think no, they're not going to the office. They
think
go,
they're
they go get a donut,
A
come
baguette,
back home.
and then go back home?
Yeah. Not even baguette, they're getting a donut.
It seems like the best and easiest meal to cook at home is breakfast.
That was my biggest when I saw
Who
this.
eats breakfast anymore?
I mean, everyone eats breakfast.
I don't eat breakfast. Do
I
you
do.
eat breakfast?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
do.
Breakfast is
I do.
important
Do
for me
you?
to eat every
Yeah.
day. Yeah,
I eat scrambled eggs, bacon, and a fucking
yeah. But
Really?
that's the
Yeah.
one.
almost every day.
That is the easiest.
It's like before 10 a.m.
Yeah. But probably
Wow.
like at 10 a.m. I wake up, I have coffee that like sustains me for the first few hours of the morning. But then I do eat still breakfast, and that's not my lunch. I still eat lunch and dinner.
Now I'm having breakfast 7 a.m. Full
Yeah,
on.
but that's because
First
you're
thing.
eating with your kids.
I know, but
you get up,
I
get the
couldn't
kids
skip
up, eat
breakfast. I
breakfast?
couldn't skip breakfast.
So you're up, then you get the kids up, then you eat breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why I like to start working on like an empty stomach and then eat.
So,
I can't eat.
Here's the
What
thing.
time do you eat?
Earliest I eat is like 11, 12 p.m.
Wow. Well, intermittent faster, huh?
Yeah.
All that Joe Rogan.
But you're having dinner at what, 8?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm having dinner at 5. I'm
Really?
starving by breakfast.
No, but I work
Really?
out
Your last
and
meal
then
of the day is
I'm
at 5?
literally
You're starving.
starving.
No wonder.
But I think the thing that's interesting about breakfast, like you were saying, is that it is actually the easiest and most cost efficient meal to actually eat at home.
Yes, like if there's one thing that had to go
Yeah,
that I couldn't eat out
any
on.
idiot can make eggs.
Yes. And it's,
Any idiot.
but they
Any
don't make
idiot can make
donuts.
toast. Can
Can't
you
make
make
a
anything?
donut. When's the last time you made a donut?
Yeah, exactly. It's literally, if you made donuts illegal, the entire breakfast industry would fall apart.
Yeah, because I bet you they're going and getting like croissants and donuts and
That's the
They're
one
not getting-
meal I don't want to eat out because, one, I enjoy the way I make my breakfast
Yeah.
and I want to eat like clean as possible for
Yeah.
that meal.
Yeah.
If I'm going to eat out, I'm going to eat like shit anyways. I don't care. But like people are like, fuck it.
I bet that's why you're getting your venti coffee,
Yeah.
your venti fucking frappuccino.
Let me tell you something. I was at in Vegas last week for a trade show. 2 things. One, I pull up Starbucks line and couldn't believe the line when there's a mobile app available.
You're offended.
It was disgusting.
Disgusting. Yeah, got it.
Then I cannot believe this is 7 a.m. I'm down there at 7 a.m. The amount of people getting a whipped creamed frappuccino.
Yeah.
You
That's like
fucking
1,000
Yeah.
calories.
you pigs.
It's 1,000 calories, right?
Yes.
It's 51% of fucking Starbucks business. What do you think they're drinking? Black coffee? They're drinking caramel
I don't know. When I go to dinner, when I
fucking-
go to breakfast, like a meeting with someone, I'm the only one getting anything sweetened. Everyone's drinking black coffee except me.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
the only one that's getting a latte with like.
so you're a little bit more like
You're mass market.
Yeah,
I'm mass
yeah.
market with the meals I have.
You're a
Everyone's
pig.
getting black, or I want a nitro cold brew
Yeah.
with nothing.
Yeah.
Just choke me to death.
Rifle coffee.
Yeah.
What's Rogan?
Black
pushing?
Rifle.
Yeah.
Black Rifle.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that people are probably slurping down like 2,000 calories first thing in the
Before
morning.
9 a.m.
I'm
Before
saying
they
like
even
a,
eat their meal, right? Because they're going to eat a meal after.
I bet you their first meal is a lot. I'd love to see the data on Starbucks. I bet you it's a lot of like frappuccinos with whipped cream and
But
stuff.
they don't have donuts at Starbucks.
No, but they have the equivalent. They have like,
a pastry.
Croissants.
pastry things that
Yeah.
are all sugar.
I have a lot of meals at Starbucks when I travel because they'll have like.
You love the egg white wrap.
I like the spinach feta wrap, but I also just like they'll just have like a protein box, which is just like
Yep.
a stick of almond butter and
A hard-boiled
carrots and
egg.
like hard-boiled egg. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay, that's.
I have a feeling those don't sell well.
Yeah, I know, you know why? Because when I go there at 3 o'clock starving, that's the only thing that's left.
Yeah.
I'm
It's not a hot
getting
item.
anything. Everything I get is fucking
I mean,
white.
the
Yeah.
real
Yeah.
answer is like, you can't eat if you want to lose weight.
Yeah, I mean,
Right?
you can't eat out.
You can't eat.
Definitely can't eat out.
Yeah, you just can't have those type of things. But I bet you that's why the breakfast food thing is so popular. Because it's not that people aren't. It's not eggs over easy and bacon.
Yeah.
It's like people getting croissants and
I would love a croissant right now.
Man, I haven't had a croissant in like 3 years.
it's a nice buttery
I mean,
croissant.
even when I'm in Paris, I'm not getting croissants. Like, I want one, and I'm not getting those.
Yeah. Well, hey, you're not. You live in a bubble.
I was literally looking at the bakery every morning in the hotel we're staying. I just looking at it. I'm like, man, that chocolate croissant looks good.
Yeah.
And I just visualized eating it, and I moved the fuck on.
Really.
Yeah, I'm not going to get it.
It's really
Treat
bad
yourself.
at what they like present to you. Because I was at a hotel this past weekend. I was at a wedding, and like
It looks
it's
good.
so easy to eat like shit.
Yeah.
It's so easy.
Yeah, it's so easy.
What's crazy is so they're going to ban whipped cream
They should
in
ban
New York
everything.
City. And I was like, oh,
You
They
thought it was like a
a
health thing?
I was like, oh, that's great.
No.
Teens are
Five steps past you. They're sucking down that whipped cream just to get to the fucking Whippet.
Yeah, I didn't realize that was the reason why.
So, for any listeners who don't know, I know my mom listens. Mom, I know you don't know this. You can shoot that gas from the whipped cream straight into your mouth and inhale it, and you get a nice little buzz. And apparently, it's catching on because it's been like that forever.
Yeah,
This isn't new.
yeah.
But they're banning it, or you have to be 21 to buy.
I mean, it's that bad.
People must just be sucking those things down
Yeah.
left and right.
And I mean, maybe that's why when I was getting served so many videos this week on Instagram, particularly of people just punching people in New York City
Oh,
because it's called a knockout, which is like almost like a competition, like a game, like knock them out.
like just unknowing strangers.
Yeah, knock them out.
It's awesome. That's so cool.
Can't wait to be in New York
I
in the
know.
morning.
D will be at 6 p.m. He'll be at. If you want to get him,
If you want to knock me
a
out,
lot of
come and
points. We're doing
stay.
group chat knockout. D's worth 100 points.
Love it.
So that's just a trend.
Yeah, and it just, now I wonder if the Whippets at the whipped cream had anything to do with why people are knocking people
I have a
out.
feeling it's all a little
Connected.
Connected. Yeah. Get your frappuccino, suck down some
Whipped cream and then punch someone's lights
punch
out.
a stranger. I'm telling you though, when I'm curious this time, when you go and this fall when we go, New York just felt so fucking happy compared to here.
Yeah.
I didn't see any
I know, you might
knockouts.
be being knocked out by a
True.
Well, it depends. You're in Soho and Tribeca, right? You're not.
That's
in
not where
Mid-
knockouts happen.
You're not in Central Park.
Yeah, Midtown is probably
Yeah,
where a
it's
lot of
Central
Park's
knockouts
sketchy
are.
because I've never even been
No,
to Central
Central
Park.
Park's great.
I have a feeling there's some games of knockout going on there.
I think Central Park.
I'm just going to
probably
walk around
different.
like, hey, where can I catch a game of
You guys
knockout?
are like going to the equivalent of like, the safest parts.
Yeah, that's true. But the safest parts here are crazy.
Yeah.
But I guess if you were from out of town and you just walk down Beverly Drive, you'd be like, it's beautiful. What's anyone talking
Yeah.
about? Same thing. Okay, last but not least, there is mayhem on the internet.
Oh my goodness.
Because everyone's like the internet, young people on the internet's favorite show is undeniably Euphoria.
Yep.
I mean, probably the most popular show, period, right?
Most popular show. I mean,
I watched it,
yeah. And
I don't watch anything.
yeah, I love it. I mean, not to be a creep, but I like it. I feel weird saying it. But like every time a new episode would come out, it'd be trending. It's just a huge deal, right? And I know that there was a lot of news last week because Barbie, I don't know how to say her last name, is not going to. She announced she's not going to be on the next season,
Right.
And that's a really big deal because
She's the actor.
She's actress,
one of the actors.
Yes, and she apparently she had a little spat with Sam Levinson.
Is that the creator?
Yep. Might have butchered his last name. But anyway, and so people are like, man, fuck that guy. He's so bad. You know, because people were talking about how.
I mean, what is she doing?
I have a feeling it might not be her. I don't know. I have no idea.
I mean, you got to shut up and dribble.
I have no idea.
Yeah, we don't know what her economic.
But it was a big deal.
arrangement is.
And people have it out for that guy because they're like, oh, he's a perv. He makes the show all pervy. Like, nobody trusts him. So I have no idea about him, her. I don't know any of that. What I do know is that one of the most popular people on the show, undeniably, is Sydney Sweeney, especially with the male demographic.
Okay.
She, spends a lot of time topless
Really?
on the show. Yep. And she, I would say, is looked at, especially by the men, as a young sex symbol.
Wow.
She was at the Revolve Coachella party and posted.
Yeah, she's super popular. And anyway, that might all come crashing down.
Yeah.
It sounds like the internet is up in arms. Sydney Sweeney is in big trouble. And all because of a party. It looks like she did a party for her mom that was just not good.
So her mom's 60th birthday, I believe she's from Idaho originally. Double check that.
Great people from Idaho.
Great people on all sides.
Yeah, fine people. And, there are a bunch of pictures came up. A lot of guests wore a hat that mimicked a MAGA hat that said, make 60 great again, because her mom's 60th birthday. And, I actually, because I saw the article on Daily Mail, I went through Instagram just to see the pictures of the
Was it on her story or something? Or
it was on her Instagram stories and her feed, like of her mom and like her family and her brother and whatever.
Did you see the hat?
Yeah, I saw the hat. It was people wearing them. You know how many people wear dumbass parody hats of that all the time?
So you didn't get outraged?
I did not feel that it was some like weird MAGA thing. It is now like people are up in arms. They're like, oh my God, her parents are conservatives. Guess what, dumbasses? All of your parents are conservatives.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Every single one.
Yeah.
Go home this weekend and ask where your parents lean.
Yeah, I want you to post all your parents' birthday parties.
Yes,
and see
and
who
who
gets
they hang
canceled.
out with.
Yeah.
Even it was so
No,
funny.
but I think it's actually really like if you just kind of rewind, it's like on social commentary. What if her parents were MAGA?
Who cares?
Yeah, who cares? Yeah.
Who gives a shit?
Like you're allowed to have a difference of thought
Yes.
in this country.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
That's the more like important.
No. Republicans are allowed to have free speech. Democrats are not allowed to have free speech. That's how America works.
Wait, say that again?
Republicans have free speech.
No, Republicans just say whatever the fuck they want.
That's called free speech. Democrats don't. If you're a Democrat, you got to
It's
shut
the
up and
same line.
dribble.
Yeah,
But
but
your parents can't even be Republican? That's what's crazy.
Then you know what? You're going to have to cancel everybody.
Yeah.
Everyone's canceled.
Yeah.
Because guess what? Everyone's parents is MAGA.
Yeah.
No, I don't know if
Okay?
everyone's
50%
parents
of this
MAGA.
fucking country.
No, but
But
I
the Republican
think,
maybe. Not
no,
just
no.
to
I think
clarify.
I think the point is basically like we have people that think differently, and
Nope.
it's okay.
Not on my watch. Bring them down.
Drama's in studio.
Cut them down. The
It's just
truth
a
comes
joke.
out.
50% of this country is conservative.
Yeah.
It's just what it is.
Plus, it's like, look, man,
Who
if you're not a
cares?
celebrity, like if you're the 60-year-old parent and you're just trying to have some fun, wait, they're 60?
Her parents.
Yeah, no, that seems kind of old.
Why?
I don't
How
know.
old is she?
I feel like
She's
she's
young.
young.
She's like
Like
mid
22
20s.
or something.
Really?
I don't know. I mean, anyway, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I think
Yeah.
she's like early 20s. Anyway, doesn't matter. Does not matter at all. The point is, for a 6-year-old having a birthday, like having a mock MAGA hat that says "Make 60 Great Again" is funny.
Who's another very popular star? And let's go find out about their parents.
Literally, you could pick any.
Yeah.
You could
They
pick
can throw a
almost-
dart, and yes, they're
Yes.
going to be
Yeah, she's
conservative.
24. I just looked it up.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it
So
doesn't-
who's Olivia Rodrigo?
Okay. Well, I'll tell her MAGA parents to chill out too.
How old is Olivia Rodrigo?
22.
Right?
No,
Yeah.
I think she's 19.
Or whatever. 19. Her parents are MAGA.
Yeah, because the thing is, we don't even know. Do we even know for sure that Sydney Sweeney's parents?
No, we don't.
We don't know
It's
anything,
just-
right?
It's just like-
Nothing.
So it could just be a funny joke.
It could just be like they wore some parody hats, but like it doesn't matter.
It's so stupid.
It should not. By the way, it should not impact whether you like her or not.
But here's the other thing: it won't matter at all.
It won't. But it's just ridiculous that the internet even cares.
I think it's just kids, though. The one thing that I do feel happy about is I feel like we have officially entered a stage where no one cares about this
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
Like there won't be any real world ramifications.
Yeah,
I
Sydney
think there's a
Sweeney's
potential.
going to be a star in the next season.
I know, but 2 years ago,
2
it
years
could have
ago,
been.
she could have
They're
been off
having
the
a
show.
call from the studio, like, I don't know, Sydney
Yeah.
Sweeney's MAGA. I don't know, we can have her on the show anymore.
I think 2 years ago she might have got removed from the show.
You really think so?
Yeah. Yes.
I do.
people,
Really?
I do.
people are nuts. Liberals
I think
are
it
nuts.
was crazy for a little bit there.
Yes.
I think we're coming out of it.
The
but
show's too hot. I love the show.
They took down Johnny Depp.
No, Johnny Depp's back.
No, they
What do you-
tried.
Yeah,
They
but
tried.
they took him down.
Yeah.
He was the biggest star ever, and they took him down.
Yeah. Especially the MAGA thing. I think there's a chance that she gets removed or at least written down out of the show
I
2
think
years
she's
ago.
going to be written up
Yeah.
in this next
100%.
series.
Yeah, well, I mean, just like you guys told me to do 4 years ago, if I was her, I would just go full
dude,
MAGA.
Drama.
She'd
I
be the
told you
hottest
this.
thing in
How many
MAGA.
times did I tell you this?
I know.
I told you this so early.
I know.
He'd be Ben Shapiro clipping 30 million.
I would have been
Yeah,
retired.
You'd probably make
Yeah.
50
I would have did
million.
my run. I would have went back to Ohio, been a god.
Imagine if you were the MAGA guy
You
with
could be
two...
Andrew Tate.
No,
Entertained.
I mean, drama. Imagine if you were the MAGA guy with two brown guys just gaslighting you up.
I could. Yeah,
We would have made so much fucking money.
I would have joined you.
I fucked us. I had one
50
opportunity.
million a year.
Yeah.
This white skin gave me a meal
Tattoos.
ticket. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. In hindsight, it wouldn't have been so bad.
It-
Did you?
It's just a joke. This
Yeah.
whole thing is a joke. I can't believe that it's like on Daily Mail's front page.
Oh, that's what it was on.
Yes, that's how I saw it.
And they were taking an angle that
I
was
don't even know who
outrage.
Sydney Sweeney is.
Really?
She's a star.
She's
I don't
a
watch the
superstar.
show.
It's a great show.
But then I started going in the wormhole. I was like, oh, this is a Euphoria star.
She's the hottest thing in that. Like even like I'll give you an example. It's like Logan Paul. I think Sydney Sweeney has like a boyfriend or a fiance or something. But Logan Paul did like that's my dream girl. You know, like she's like
She's the it girl.
what like the it girl. I'm trying to think of who that like
Lindsay Lohan.
yeah or like Misha. What was that girl's name?
Barton.
Yeah, you know how there's the it girl. I feel like Sydney Sweeney's one of the it girls today.
Uh-huh.
Not anymore.
Or
Why?
maybe
She'll be
more.
bigger than ever.
Yeah, no, she will. It's fine. I'm just happy that we officially did. Daily Mail post it like they were outraged too.
No, Daily Mail leans conservative.
So they were like, "Hey, people are outraged."
Yes.
Okay, great. I think we're entering a new era.
Yeah, I think this, like, we're at this point where everything is just blown out of proportion.
Yeah, people just love to complain.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at Twitter is just fucking unbearable.
I can't go on Twitter.
I literally,
Well, I
I went
go on
from
Twitter,
really
but
loving it to like, because I would learn things.
Yeah,
Just people are lunatics.
I just only follow the people that I feel like I learn things from or get like valid news updates, and then I don't check anything else.
You can't. It's just a bunch of lunatics.
Okay, well, I think it's getting better. Another little tidbit is Joe Rogan also had Louis C.K. on the show.
I
Uh-oh.
listened to it.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
He's doing the rounds because he has like a movie coming out or something. I feel like he survived he's coming back, however you want to word it.
Yeah, I think
Rogan's on a roll.
Just saying.
It's got Aaron Rodgers.
Mark, yeah.
Our boy Mark.
I can't wait to
Aaron
watch.
Rodgers was good too. It was a lot of COVID talk though. But because you guys are more into sports and it impacted you a little more, like when he had when he said he was inoculated and not, or he was immunized and that whole thing. He explains it all, and it is pretty entertaining. But yeah, just I'm a big Mark guy.
We're buying Facebook stock. Me and Drama are buying Facebook stock tomorrow.
We're gonna also. I think
I'll buy one share tomorrow.
We're gonna drill a little bit tomorrow.
Yeah, we're gonna drill.
And
I mean,
whatever.
Honestly, like, do you really like? We'll end on this. Like, I know we've gone a little long, but
it's fun. I'm in the studio. We're having a great time.
Would you not bet on that guy, Zuck? Give me like honestly.
I bet on him. I'm in.
D.
I mean, any founder I would bet on, and he's the best.
Any? What about fucking?
He took shots at like Google. He took shots at everyone,
Sweeney's mom.
Zuck took some shots too. He took some shots at Google. He took some shots at like a few other folks, Microsoft.
He really threw Twitter under the bus.
he thinks Twitter's literally like irrelevant.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
from a business standpoint, it's completely irrelevant.
Yeah.
It is financially.
Great episode. Everyone have a great week. See you later.
Long Zuck.
Go long on Zuck.